for so very long.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. This is the Hawk Maniac right now, man. And I'm here to tell you what you gotta do when them stalkers come for you.
What's going on, people? Just make a quick. I just want to make a quick note, quick video. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now. You know, I had to come back because I've been slipping on the gym. You know what I'm saying? I done missed ever since I had that little bronchitis. You know, my day's been off. So last week only made it to the gym 2 days, and this is a new week right now. So I'm just now, my first day this week, so I had to put the time in, man. And man, I was in this joint for 3 hours. I did 3 hours work. I would say, yo, I'm going in this joint and I'm going hard, man. I'm really, really grateful at the simple fact that I had the energy to do it, because it takes a lot of self-motivation and willpower to push yourself. Like I said, I'm my everything. And that's what I want to encourage you. You got to understand that you have to be your everything. You have to be your own mentor. You have to be your own coach, your own trainer. You know what I'm saying? Your own mediator. You know what I'm saying? You got to be everything, because if you sitting around waiting for somebody else to motivate you to do something, then you gonna be assed out pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So if that was the case, then I would never have been able to work out, because nobody ever motivated me. In fact, my dad, rest in peace, he used to try to discourage me, growing up as a child, when I started doing push-ups and stuff, because he was just mad at the simple fact that he didn't have the motivation to do it, because my dad was just one lazy dude. You know what I'm saying? And he used to sit and watch me, do push-ups and stuff. And he's always, I'm like 9, 10 years old. And, this is a muscle gene that was, it was pretty much a seed planted in my head. You got to understand, I was brought up in the era with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Van Damme and Sylvester Stallone, watching Rambo. So, in my era, everybody had muscles. So I was attracted to that. So that was a seed planted in my dome, and I watered it. I watered that seed. You see what I'm saying? So that was one thing. I was just always attracted to muscles, always. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, and it was a blessing, because I'm really, really grateful of that, because I would be looking. Ain't no telling how I would be looking if I didn't have that if I didn't plant that seed. Because I used to watch Body Shaping. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I used to watch, those muscle, it was a show called Body Shaping that used to come on back in the day. And I was I'm like 10 years old watching that. You know what I'm saying? So, and, some things just don't die with you. You know what I'm saying? As you get, some people do. Some people start off doing it, and then they, that it fades away. I know several people that don't even, you couldn't even pay them to work out. You know what I'm saying? They might have been die hard working out back in the day, but in this day of time, they like, oh man, heck with that. But as far as with me, this is something that I just got to do until the, until the casket drop. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, whether it's some type, you got to do some type of resistance training, whether it's weightlifting, some calisthenics or something. I got to do something, man. I just sitting around, allowing yourself to get soft and flabby, and then at the same time too, that's why a lot of people always, think that I'm younger than what I really am. You know what I'm saying? Number one, genetics. And then number two, I've been taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting the time in to take care of your vessel. You know what I'm saying? The God body. You know what I'm saying? The body is the temple of God. The body is God. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and that Word was God. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So you are that Word. You see what I'm saying? See, y'all don't understand the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? All this is metaphysics. So, so my point is what I'm saying is that I've been missing days, so I was like, man, I gotta get to this gym, man. I gotta do it. But you know, you get, you know, as a TI, you get tired of, you know, going to the gym and people showing up when you show up. So that right there, you know, they do that. They try to discourage you because they don't want you to, they want to try to just be and hinder you for whatever you like to do or love to do. They want to just be in the way, you know what I mean? The orchestrators. So they send these bots and stuff to be in the way. So what happened was, they knew I was going to the gym. They know what you about to do. They know when you're getting dressed, putting your boots on. It's like, okay, he get ready to roll out. So the one of the gyms is closer to where I'm staying at. So they just automatically assumed, okay, he's going there. So I went there first. So when I got there, now mind you, when I got there, it was like 12 o'clock. When I got to the first gym, and they already had bots, the same people. You know what I'm saying? That don't even come at that time that I might see in the daytime. They there at 12 o'clock at night. They done already got notified that the God is on his way. Let me drink some water. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? They already got notified that the God was on his way. So while I was out there sitting, waiting. Hold on. Let me take a sip of this agua. So while I was sitting there waiting, you know, a couple people was pulling up, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what, man? You know, I think I waited there for about a good 15, 20 minutes before I didn't even shut my car off. And I was just waiting. And they were just sending the bots left and right? I said, you know what? I'm out. I just peeled off. So all those bots that went to that location, went to that gym, I know they was mad. You see what I'm saying? I basically wasted their time. I made them show up and I left and came to this particular gym. Now, when I got here, guess who was here? One old man. Now, this car right here, I don't know who car this is, but it's been sitting here. I don't know who car this is. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? This car was here before I got here. You know what I'm saying? The old man been left. He been gone. You know what I'm saying? So I was in this gym by myself for a good 2 hours before the bot says you can see the bots in there now. So I was in this joint for a good 2 hours strong before the bot started showing up. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I got like a 3-hour workout. Of course, I did total body, calf raises, leg presses, you know, some dumbbell squats, lap, seated rows. I know probably y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm still gonna tell you anyway. Tricep extensions, lawnmowers. What else? There's some incline bench. Man, I went ham in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was in there for 3 hours. So I really got a nice workout in, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just grateful to the fact, because last week when I came, you know, getting over that cold that I had, man, I didn't have the energy. The energy was just not there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I was basically like you know, winded. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, your respiratory is all messed up from the mucus and stuff. You know, you just healing. You know what I mean? All that hacking and, you know, spitting up the phlegm. You know what I'm saying? You know, these viruses take a toll on the body. You know what I mean? So that's why I tell people, you know, just allow yourself to heal, rest, and get yourself, let your body heal, get yourself together, and then come back and kill it. Come back and kill it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I did, man. I did rest up, you know what I'm saying? And now I came back and killed it. And I got a nice pump because I came in there, right? I looked at my body before I worked out, and I was just all, you know, deflated, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, man, I need a pump bad. So I went in there, man, and, you know, got a full body, man. And now when I was done, I went in and took a shower, took my clothes off, looked at my body. And man, I was, you know, everything back. It was like a balloon, you know what I'm saying? You know, you blow up a balloon. That's how muscles is. It's funny, man. Like, you know, how it really, like, literally, your body is like a balloon when you got muscles. You know what I'm saying? It deflates when you ain't got no air in it or something. And then you puff it up, you know, you pump it up with the blood, and then it just inflates, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about. I said, this is how I want to look. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that deflation crap. You know what I'm saying? You know. So all I'm saying, you know, this is just words of encouragement to the ones, man, that's hiding under the bed. If you're a TI, you hiding under the bed, man, you can't do that. You can't hide under no bed, man. You got to get up and get out and get something. Like, don't let the days of your life pass by. You got to get up, get out, get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high. You know what I'm saying? That's goody mob for those that don't know. You know what I'm saying? But so that's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm about to be out. You know what I mean? I'm about to go ahead and see if I can, you know, get something to eat. Cause ain't nothing open. You know, it's like 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Out here, and you know, it don't nothing be open no more ever since the COVID 25 had popped off. You know what I mean? Ever since then, nothing went back to normal. You know, before we used to have things that was open 24 hours. Now, ever since that happened, nothing is open no more. You know what I'm saying? That sucks. But I'm gonna find something to eat though. You know what I mean? You know, I just need some protein, a little bit of carbs. That's all. You know what I mean? Just to feed the muscles, baby. You know what I mean? So with that being said, y'all, hope y'all keep your heads up, man. Stop hiding under the bed. You know what I mean? Realize that you are your own savior. Ain't no sky daddy coming back to get you. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. You got to do it. And that's the reason why you down here, because you got to do it. Stop. We got to get out of that habit of, you know, the programming that these preachers done told us. Oh, just give it to God. In the name of the Lord, just give it to God. God gonna fight your battle. No, God ain't fighting nothing. Okay, you got to fight it. You see what I'm saying? When Mike Tyson got in the ring and fought Lennox Lewis, he had to fight. You got to stand up to the beast. You know what I mean? You got to stand up to the beast and do it. I don't want that guy to think I'm filming him. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm talking about? You got to stand up to the beast and do it. When Jesus was on the cross or on the tree, because Acts 5:5 said he was on the tree and they hung his behind. And he said that what he spoke in Hebrew, Eli, Eli, my why hast thou forsaken me? That's right. The Father turned his back on him, said, you got to do it. I'm not doing it. You got to see. Y'all don't respect the raw truth. So I know what y'all want to hear. Y'all want to hear Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Oh, Jesus, he coming back again to save you. I know y'all want to hear that. Y'all want to hear that gospel stuff, that mind programming, mind control stuff. You want me to tell you that somebody's going to come back and rescue you and sweep you off your feet? Nah, that's not. You remember that old saying? That dude was on the boat. And he was like, I'm waiting on God to come and get me. And 3 people came and said, yo, you need some help? Nah, I'm just waiting on God. And then the dude died and woke up in heaven and said, God, why you ain't come and get me? God said, I sent 3 people to save your nut behind. You just a nut. That's all. That's what God was saying. You just a nut. That's what you are. You thought I was going to get up on my throne, come down there and get your nut behind? No. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? When you in school, you got to study for the test. You got to take the test and you got to pass it. When it comes to working out, you got to do. I wish a person would say something like, "Oh man, I'm trying to get some muscles, God. I need God to come down here and work out for me." You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You're gonna be a brother without muscles, or a sister, a female without muscles. All right. So with that being said, I'm pulling off. You know what I'm saying? My time is done here. And the boss is like, man, I just got here, man. This dude leaving. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's sad, man. It really is. It's really it really is sad to the point where, you know, it take me, even though it's good, I feel like, okay, I'm motivating people to do it, but at the same time, it's not real motivation, because like, okay, you showed up to the gym because I showed up. But why couldn't you show up on your own? Why did you have to wait till you get the notification to get up out the bed to come to the gym? You see what I'm saying? You know, people got to get their own minds back. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Y'all keep your heads up, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, man. DB Gang Stalk Simulation, baby. And also don't forget, man, I got a backup channel. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I got videos on that channel too that you need to check out. Some good. You already know. You already know. I put up great content, straight information, straight facts. I'm not here to give you no false hope. I'm here to wake you up out of this matrix, to wake you up out of the simulation, to let you know who is the real enemy. This is a soul-sucking game that's going on. This demiurge wants your energy. They want to entrap you down here forever and ever and ever. This is the eternal fire. Woo! Can I get a hello there? This right here, this place right here, hell on earth. What the Wu-Tang Clan said, as the world turned, I learned life was hell. Living in the world no different from a cell. You see what I'm saying? I had that, I used to put that clip on my, I ain't put it up in a while. So that's what he was saying. You know what I mean? As the world turned, I learned life was hell. This is your eternal fire. They got you thinking that you're going to die and go to a burning fire. No, you're going to die and come right back here and repeat the same life patterns all over again. And most of y'all are going to die and come back and y'all going to get gang stalked all over again. That's the reason why you have deja vu. You had deja vu. You know why you having deja vu? Because you done already did it before. And you're going to do it again. And you're going to do it again. It's like, you got to understand, this is school, ladies and gentlemen. This place is school. You're going to fail. You go to school and you go into 6th grade and you didn't do your homework. What's going to happen? You're going to fail and repeat the grade. While everybody else is moving on to 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. You still in 6th grade looking like a nut. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because you ain't doing your homework. You waiting on God to do your homework. And with that being said, holla back. DB Gang Stalk Assimilation. Player.